Personal log, May 8th, 2283, Ensign Trisha Blackburn recording.
Can't be very personal when you're recording it in a cell with 2 other people.
Yesterday was the strangest day of my life. In the midst of our disastrous battle with the Klurgh, it's as if I started remembering things I wasn't supposed to remember. Things that made a mockery out of what we were experiencing. Things that made the whole scenario we live in feel impossible and unreal.
I couldn't find any physical causes of these feelings, and I must admit I've had my own worries about reality.
I know the physics of how our ship moves are wrong. I know the asteroid belt we're in can't exist. I know we shouldn't feel gravity right now, and lots of other little things. Strangest of all was how the day ended, with the doctor and I suddenly falling asleep in the middle of battle with our lives on the line.
Neither of us are narcoleptic, but I do always fall asleep at the same time, despite my best efforts and medications. It's bizarre.
And then we woke up today in the brig, captives on a ship apparently now being held by the Klurgh. And log, as I can tell, a certain doctor is going to keep interrupting.
What about you, Minnie? Did you fall asleep?
I had a nap in the afternoon, so I wasn't feeling tired yet.
When did you have time for that?
It was 1400 or so, just before my bridge shift.
You were with me in our quarters then.
Oh, I guess I'm misremembering something.
Something is wrong here. Something fundamental.
Like I've been saying, but nobody listens to me.
Isn't that...
Anybody in there ready for a jailbreak?
Aren't you dead, my guy?
The reports of my deaths have been exaggerated. Come on, let's go.
What's the situation? I assume the Klurgh control the ship?
That's right. They're holding most of the crew captive.
For slave labor?
But some of us escaped and we're organizing to take the ship back.
How exactly?
Some of us are thinking we could take auxiliary control. Should be less defended than the bridge.
I meant, how did you escape exactly, after you died?
Long story for another time.
I'll look forward to it. Meanwhile, I have an alternative suggestion. Taking auxiliary control, or even the whole ship, won't stop them fighting us. What we need to do is capture the Klurgh commander.
Why is that?
Didn't you take xenosociology, Ensign Blackburn? The Klurgh operate as hives, directed by the local commander. Without him, they'll be disoriented, and we'll gain the advantage in a bargaining chip.
QuietPlease.org presents Beyond Awakening. Starring John Gauntz as Captain Mac Hardcase, David Loftus as Dr. Clay Earhart, Steph Ganapa as Commander Misty LaQuill, and Gwyneth Knight as Ensign Trisha Blackburn. Episode 3, Sleeping.
I had thought you two were dead when you fell asleep and I could not awaken you earlier. You were fortunate I had not disposed of your bodies yet.
I demand to see your commander.
You demand nothing, slave.
Look out the window. It's the Chimera. Looks like we're about to dock.
General Order 17.
We'll have to take back the ship before they start opening shuttle access panels. That's what will trigger the self-destruct. But if they've got the ship, the techs will probably ignore the shuttle for now.
Maybe we should focus on the opportunity to blow up the Chimera before they learn too much about it. It's our first duty.
Let's hope it doesn't come to that.
If you slaves have anything to say, you will say it to all. You will disembark in front of me. Now walk.
Yes, Master.
You will soon learn not to mock us.
I've been a slave of your kind before. Would you like to hear how my last Klurgh master died?
You will tell us.
With my hands around his neck.
I will relate that to the commander. The commander will decide if you should be put to death or given another chance to learn your place.
I'm in command of this ship, and I'll be the one making that decision about you. Right on cue.
I relinquish command back to you, Captain.
Thanks for that well-timed rescue, Dr. Earhart. Everything seems to have worked out perfectly.
A little too perfectly.
My ship being infested with Klurgh doesn't feel too perfect.
But the chances that you two would just happen to be in the same hallway we were heading down.
You didn't know we were here?
Just lucky again.
Well, do you guys have a plan to retake the ship? Or have you just been operating on dumb luck?
We're going to try to capture the Klurgh commander, lure him into some sort of trap, disorient them, and use him to bargain.
I don't like it. Too many ways it can go wrong. Without their commander, they'll rampage against us. I prefer a more predictable opponent.
But the Klurgh hive psychology suggests
There's nothing
that...
you can tell me about the Klurgh. You think you learned what the Klurgh are all about from your soft, comfortable chairs, but I was out there the whole time. I was living the Klurgh. I was spending every day behind enemy lines, digging uranium with my bare hands, staring those fuckers in the eye every morning when they prodded me awake with shock sticks,
sometimes
face
I
to
think we
face
should
with
have
those
our
cold
dear
gray
captain
eyes and
committed.
shriveled noses. That'll teach
Some
you
of your
more
patients have
psychology
said
in
the
a
same
day
about
than your
you,
type can learn in a lifetime. And then, when you've done that, when you've lived that, then you could talk to me. Then you could tell me.
Are you okay, sir?
I guess he set me off. Honestly, Misty, I don't know what comes over me sometimes.
It's just the way you are, sir.
And a reply like that is just the way you are, Commander LaQuille.
Yes, sir.
And maybe doubting everything is just the way Ensign Blackburn is.
Maybe, sir.
I'd like to think I'm more multifaceted, but doesn't feel like it lately.
So what's your plan, Captain, since you rejected mine out of hand?
First, there's something we need to do before our luck runs out. Follow me.
I got one!
Don't be too pleased to take life, even when necessary, especially since laser fire will draw attention.
The brave Cthulhian wants to sneak around.
We're brave, not stupid.
Remarkable how little attention our lasers have drawn so far. If anything made any sense, they'd have us surrounded.
Klurgh never makes sense, Ensign. Doctor, do keep up.
Captain, have you ever wondered if you're asleep or awake?
Often enough in dreams.
But what about when you're awake?
What?
Are you sure you're awake right now?
Of course I'm sure.
You're not sleeping in the limited conventional sense we understand sleep. But what if this narrow existence isn't all there is? What if there's another world you can wake up into? One where our reality might seem as obviously limited and artificial and incomplete as dreaming seems to us once we're awake.
I'm not into philosophy, Doc. Take that nerdy stuff somewhere else. We have a ship to reclaim right now.
About that, why have you led us to the central server room?
Because the bridge, auxiliary control, and the central server room are the only locations where the particular command we need to input is accepted. Of the three, I figured this would be the least guarded.
What command are you talking about?
Our first duty is to the Confederation, not ourselves.
What are you proposing?
We need a failsafe in place, in case we're captured or killed trying to retake the ship.
He means the self-destruct. General Order 17. I already set the shuttle to destruct once they tamper with the wrong panel, but that won't take out the whole ship.
Oh. Isn't that a bit extreme? Blowing ourselves up to avoid slavery?
Doc, how many fingers am I holding up?
13.
My hands used to hold only 5 each, like yours, until the Klurgh came along. 15 years of mining uranium without shielding changes things like that.
You know, that's really not something radiation exposure can do.
See?
It damn well is, and I'm living proof. And I'm not gonna let them put more kids through that life. The tech they'd gain from pulling this ship apart would help them enslave countless more worlds. We can't let that happen, even if it means sacrificing all our lives.
If you say so, Captain.
Computer, initiate self-destruct protocol with 30-minute countdown. Muted and hidden.
Acknowledged. Identify and provide passphrase.
Hard case. Captain Mac Q. Passphrase correct? Horse, battery, stapler.
Verified. 2 more officers must concur and identify.
Recognize Lequil, Commander Misty GL. Passphrase Jovial Iguana Licks Clouds.
Verified.
Recognize Earhart. Dr. Clay S. Passphrase. Somatosensory cytoplasmic homeostatic biomechanoid.
Verified. Captain Hardcase, please confirm the order.
I confirm. Begin silent countdown.
Silent countdown has begun.
Thank you, computer.
You're welcome, Captain.
You don't need to thank the computer for killing us, sir.
Might be the last time I speak to it, so I want to part on polite terms.
So, what do we do now?
We could reroute computer control to lock
No
them
time
out.
for that. Clock's ticking. Let's just retake the bridge.
But isn't that quite a heavily...
Lady Luck smiles on the bold. Let's get moving. Keep it up. Almost there. Got those Klurgh bastards on the run.
There are so many of them, they just keep coming.
This is absurd. Can't you all see it? We all should have died 100 times already.
She's got a point!
Shut up, you two. First rule of battle is never talk about your good luck or win. Just keep firing.
That's all of the Klurgh for the moment. Here's the door to the bridge. They've got it sealed.
Where's Mr. McGuy?
Maybe he died again.
What?
Haven't seen him for a while.
Commander Lequil, we need all your extremities holding hand lasers in case more Klurgh come down this corridor. Ensign Blackburn, you and I will open up the access panel and find a way to get that door open.
Hand me the multi-tool.
Clay, you there?
Here you go.
What's that, dear?
You looked distant.
Oh, yeah, just thinking.
About...
Let me hold that for you.
The absurdity of all this. Playing this role in this strange farce.
I think you've already figured out none of this is real.
The bomb
You
has wires
know
over the back.
that?
They never
I've
let this
always
easy.
known.
Why did you never tell me?
You need to work things out on your own.
But how? Who? What?
I don't want to rush you. You need
Okay,
time
this
to
should
process
do
it and come to terms
Tell
with it.
me when.
We're about to open the bridge door. Everyone find some cover and be ready.
Aye, sir. Ready to go.
Ensign? Now!
I'll go in first.
Doctor, get back here!
Too late! I'm heading in behind him. Got him all, sir. Come in.
Dr. Earhart, you're okay.
All their shots missed me. Just lucky, I guess.
Sir, we've won! We've won! Good triumphs over evil.
Bit too easily, don't you think?
Before we celebrate, let's not forget about the self-destruct.
Computer, unmute the self-destruct countdown.
88, 87,
Computer,
86,
abort self-destruct sequence.
5,
Authorization hard case, Captain Mac Q.
82,
Passphrase, correct, horse,
79,
battery,
78,
stapler.
77, 76. Consent from all 3 authorizing officers is required. 72,
Abort self-destruct sequence.
71,
Authorization L'Aquil Commander Misty GL.
68,
Passphrase Jovio Iguana Leaks Clouds.
66, 65, 64,
Dr. Earhart,
62,
what
61,
are you
60,
waiting for?
59,
I wonder what will happen if I stop
57,
playing the
56,
game.
55,
If I let this self-destruct play out.
52, 51,
We'll all die, asshole!
49,
None of this is real.
47,
The evidence is
46,
overwhelming. Maybe you don't see it because
44,
you aren't real either.
43,
I might be the only subject of this simulation.
40, 39,
I order you to abort the self-destruct!
36, 35,
Doctor, what if we're wrong?
33,
Either some ridiculous contrivance will save us, like the destruct circuit failing at the last second, or maybe this charade will come to an end.
24,
Minnie dear, what do you think?
21,
If you're ready for this,
90,
I trust you to make the right decision.
60, 50,
All right,
40,
we'll wait it out and see what happens.
12,
Do you realize you're murdering 400 people for nothing?
8,
See you on the other side, Captain.
6,
Perhaps.
5, 4,
Probably not.
3, 2, 1, 0.
What in the world?
You're no longer in your world, Clay Earhart.
Beyond Awakening Episode 3, Sleeping, was written and produced by Paul Narum. It starred John Gauntz as Captain Mac Hardcase, David Loftus as Dr. Clay Earhart, Gwyneth Knight as Ensign Tricia Blackburn, Steph Canapa as Commander Misty L'Aquil, Mel Crushmore as Minnie Earhart, Nick Ben Wong as the Klurgh, Kirk Castor as Engineer Gray McGuy, Nala Campbell as the computer, and Paul Narum as the announcer. Music licensed from Joel Studler and Creative Commons Zero and public domain sources. Hi, Paul here. Beyond Awakening needs your support. Please rate or review us on all the podcasting services you use, in particular Spotify and Apple, so that the algorithms will recommend the show to others. We also need financial support. You could help one time for no reward, or on a monthly basis through our Patreon, where you'll be rewarded with early access to episodes and special mini-episodes. Go to quietplease.org/awakening/support. Thank you for listening. We'd love to hear any feedback.